Every story has a secret. Some should have stayed buried. The truth hides in the dark, and once you hear it, you can't unhear it. This is Midnight Hour Files, hosted by Dee Dee. Welcome to the Midnight Hour.
Welcome to the Midnight Hour Files. I'm your host, Dee Dee. If you're into true crime stories that make you question everything you thought you knew, make sure to follow, like, and subscribe to Midnight Hour Files on Spotify, YouTube, TikTok, and Patreon. And if you want to support the podcast, check out the link in my bio. Tonight's case is one that still divides people. Was she a victim? Or was she a serial killer? Let's talk about Aileen Wuornos. Aileen is often described as one of America's most infamous female serial killers. Between 1989 and 1990, she murdered 7 men in Florida. The victims were found shot at close range, often in remote areas along highways. But from the very beginning, Wuornos told a different story. She claimed every killing was in self-defense. To understand this case, you have to understand her past. Aileen was born in 1956 in Michigan. Her father was a convicted sex offender who died in prison, and her mother abandoned her at a young age. She was raised by her grandparents, and later reports revealed she experienced severe abuse growing up. By her early teens, she was living on the streets and engaging in survival sex work. Many defended Wuornos, saying this history shaped everything that came after. Fast forward to 1989, Aileen was working as a sex worker along Florida highways. She often approached men passing through. Over about a year, 7 men were killed. Victims included Richard Malloy, David Spears, and Charles Carcastadon. According to the trial records and reporting from sources like the New York Times and the Associated Press, in the early 1990s, the victims were found in remote areas. Many shot multiple times. Aileen was arrested in 1991. At first, she denied involvement. Then she confessed. Aileen said her first victim, Richard, had raped and assaulted her. She claimed she killed him to protect herself. She later said the same thing about the other victims. Her defense centered on fear and survival, but prosecutors told a different story. They argued that the killings were not self-defense. They were pointed to robbery, inconsistencies in her statements, and the repeated nature of the crimes. Court records show Aileen changed parts of her story multiple times, which weakened her defense. She was convicted of first-degree murder and received multiple death sentences. Quick pause. If you're listening right now, don't forget to follow and like the podcast wherever you are. And if you want to support Midnight Hour Files, check out the link in my bio. This case remains controversial. Some see Aileen as a cold-blooded killer. Others see her as a product of trauma and survival. Her stories reached a wider audience with the 2003 film Monster, where Charlize Theron portrayed her and won an Academy Award. The film presented Aileen as someone shaped by her past, which sparked debate about whether it created sympathy for her actions. As her execution date approached, Aileen made a surprising decision. She stopped appealing her case. According to reporting from CNN and the New York Times in 2002, she said she was ready to die. She even dismissed her legal team and asked the court to move forward. Her behavior became more erratic, raising questions about her mental state. On October 9, 2002, Aileen Wuornos was executed by lethal injection. Her final words were unexpected. She said, "I like to say I'm sailing with the rock, and I'll be back. Like Independence Day with Jesus. I'll be back." These words were documented in official execution records and widely reported at the time. No apology, no explanation, just a statement that still leaves people questioning. So where does that leave us? 7 victims, 7 lives lost. This is undeniable. But there is also her history of abuse, trauma, and survival. According to criminal psychology research, cases like this often exist in a gray area. A person can be a victim and still commit violent crimes. So what do you think? Was Aileen Wuornos acting on self-defense? Or was she a serial killer who knew exactly what she was doing? Let me know your thoughts. And if you want more true crime stories that go deeper than the headlines, make sure to follow, like, and subscribe to Midnight Hour Files on Spotify, YouTube, TikTok, and Patreon. Don't forget to check out the link in my bio to support the channel. I'll see you in the next case. This has been Midnight Hour Files. Mahalo.
Some truths never rest, and some stories are never over. This has been Midnight Hour Files. Sleep carefully.